Welcome, everyone. My name is Skyla Ramirez. Welcome to our Yoga for Everybody session, Skills in Self-Care. Hi, Elizabeth. I just saw your note. Let's see. Oh, hey. So that is a great question, Elizabeth. This is a blend of yoga. Primarily, it is Iyengar. So it focuses on body alignment and the way that when you change the way that your body is moving, it changes the way you think. So this style of yoga ties into cognition practices and ties into cognitive behavioral therapies. So what we do is we say the body speaks the mind. The way that you're thinking can affect your health and can affect the way that your body is moving, because stress can cause certain body parts to be very tense. And in cases where we cannot change the way we are thinking, we cannot change our mind, we are maybe overwhelmed with our to-do list, the task, and the stressors of life, the Iyengar style of yoga says, I cannot change my mind. I'm going to accept that. I'm in a place where it's too hard to change my thinking, but I can change the way I move and I can change my body. And that is a two-way street. It is a body-mind connection and a mind-body connection. So if we change the pattern of movement, that can send electrical impulses to the brain, which helps us to change the way we think and change the way that we perceive stressors in life. So hopefully we feel less stressed. So this is Iyengar, BKS Iyengar is the primary style we're practicing. All right, let's get started. So from a seated or standing position, I am in my chair. I know most of us have been practicing from a chair in these sessions as you are back in the office. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. Let's come into any comfortable seated position for your body, preferably moving to the very edge of the chair or standing up. That way we can open up the back of the lungs as we begin with some active breathing. Let's open the palms of the hands, and as you inhale, scoop up the breath out from beside you and around you, reaching the arms overhead and looking towards the sky to open your throat. On the exhale, turn the palms forward, pull back with your elbows and your arms, just like you're doing a nice big backstroke in a nice, cool, refreshing pool. Inhale, open up, reach up, look up, exhale, take it back and around. Try exhaling from your throat with a big sigh of relief. Big inhale, palms forward, exhale. Just one more, encouraging the body to relieve any stress or tension with that exaggerated breath. From here, let's inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take this into a little twist over to the left. Let that right arm come down on the outside of your left hip or thigh, and let that left hand come down behind you. You could be standing, or maybe root your hand down into the chair, into the seat, and just begin to twist gently over to the left. Keep the chin slightly tucked in as we are stretching from behind your right ear all the way down and under that right shoulder blade. Breathe mostly into your upper left lung. On the next inhale, let's bring those arms up and overhead. Nice big sweeping motion, getting the blood flowing through your arms, neck, shoulders, and back. Exhale, twist it over to the right. Slowly lowering the hands. We're reaching that left arm across, keeping the chin down and in as we look over to the right. Start to feel for that stretch that's behind your left ear, and it moves down underneath your shoulder blade along the side of the spine on the left side. Breathe into that right lung. Maybe lean back into your hand if you have that planted down on the seat. One more inhale and big exhale. Inhale both arms up. Let's bring it up to center, reaching through the palms of the hands. Palms are facing each other. Let's lace the palms together. Invert the hands. So your palms are going to press straight out from the crown of your head. Lean this over to the left, opening your liver, and imagine that you are pushing that left hip down. If you're standing, just stand with a little more weight shifted into the right foot. Inhale, pull up and out of that right armpit. Maybe turn the head and look to the left. Working with gravity, we're still getting a lovely stretch from the ear to the side of the spine and under our shoulder blades. One more inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, relax the hands. Circle the arms overhead, big breath. Circle the arms back, big exhale. 2 more, inhale. Breathe up into the heart and the chest as you reach. And then exhale, relax the heart and the chest. Inhale, hold the arms overhead, big breath in, lace the fingers, invert the palms out from the crown of your head. Lean over to the right just a little bit, opening up the left side of your body. Push down into that left hip. If you're standing, shift the weight over into your left foot just a little more. And as you shift into that left foot or sit into that left hip, pull that left armpit up. That way you're able to separate the ribs, encouraging better digestion, better elimination processes, even encouraging a more efficient metabolism. When you're ready, bring it to center. Relax the hands down. Let's center the body with the breath. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, backstroke with it, hop. 2 more, big inhale. Breathe into the heart. Let the expansion of the lungs stretch those chest muscles gently. Exhale. Last one, big breath in. Reaching up, exhaling back. If you're seated, please angle your body to the left edge of your chair, opening up the knees and the thighs. So you have the edge of your chair over on the left-hand side. From here, you may be able to lengthen your right leg back, either keeping that knee bent so that you find yourself in more of a supported lunge, or straighten that leg all the way back, pressing your foot into the floor. If you're standing, from standing, take a wide stance, turn your left toe out and walk that right foot back. So no matter where we are with this, whether we are seated or standing today, we have that right hip open and we're establishing length through the spine, lengthening out through the arms, warrior 2 expression today. Let's look past the left fingertips, steady your gaze, maybe even close the eyes, and just feel that right heel and foot pressing back, opening up the right hip. Let's take our right elbow on, our left elbow onto your left thigh. Bring the right arm overhead, reaching into an extended side angle. Again, pull out of that armpit and rib as you open the right side of your body. Big inhale. Exhale, come up. Let's bring the right knuckles to our low back, or you can put the right hand on your seat just behind that right hip. Let's turn the left palm up. Imagine you're holding on to 1,000 helium balloons. And as you inhale, you're simply allowing those balloons to gently pull you up towards the sky, feeling as if you're opening out from that left armpit and left rib. Let's experiment with looking up. This is working against gravity. So this could be a little uncomfortable. It also is strengthening the neck muscles. So if it's a little uncomfortable, maybe we stay with it as we build strength. If it starts to become painful or distracting, turn your head over to the right and work with gravity to ease up on some of that tension. Continue to inhale into that upper left lung, big breath in. And now exhale, let's find warrior two again, stacking our shoulders over our hips, extending the arms out dynamically, warrior two pose. Fixing our gaze over the left fingertips. From here, when you're ready, slowly lower the hands down. Let's bring our body to neutral, and you can be seated with your feet at about hips width, or you could be standing, again, feet at about hips width, palms on the thighs for the next few movements. As we inhale, we're shifting our belly forward, imagining that our heart and ribs can stretch over our kneecaps. As we inhale here into the chest, you can experiment with straightening the arms a little bit, and that's going to promote more of an upper back bend. So if you've ever been to a doctor and they say, don't do back bends, it probably isn't this type of back bend that they're referring to. This is a seated, supported back bend, meaning that we're able to take the spine through a natural range of motion, that's going to help our posture and alleviate back pain. Inhaling in our supported back bend. On the exhale, pull the spine to neutral, draw the navel in and begin rounding your upper spine. So we're slowly countering that back bend with a little bit of a forward fold. You can let your hands reach towards your knees or toes. Open up that space behind your heart. Sometimes we can get little pinching sensations when we sit for a while and we're typing or driving. It can cause some pinching or tightness here. We're trying to open that up. Breathe into that space behind your heart. Exhale, relax. Let's slowly bring the spine to neutral, stacking the vertebra. Take your time to angle the body on the right side of your chair. The edge of the chair is between the thighs. This is the seated foundation that can be comfortable for your hip. The alternative is to slide that left foot back. Maybe we keep the knee just dangling here outside the chair to start opening our hip. Or maybe we stretch that leg out and we press our foot into the ground in order to achieve a more open left hip. Opening that left hip is essential to our overall health as we have lymph nodes here. And when we sit for prolonged periods of time, fluid can build up and get stuck in the hips. We're familiar with fluid getting stuck in the ankles, maybe even in our wrist and fingers. It can also happen in the hips, low back, and groin. Wherever you are with that foundation, let's reach out with the arms into our mighty warrior two expression. Looking past your right fingertips, establish a soft gaze and find your breath. One more. When you're ready, take that right elbow down to the right thigh. Left arm comes up and overhead, finding as much length as possible from your left foot all the way up to the left fingertips, reaching with your arm and pressing back with your foot. Inhale, slowly come up. Let's take our left hand to the low back. Bringing our right palm in close to the body, we're holding on to 1,000 helium balloons. Inhaling, feeling as if those balloons are going to carry you up and off towards the sky, staying grounded and rooted through that back foot. Inhaling, maybe look up, working on strengthening the neck muscles. And even here, working on strengthening The shoulder, we are in shoulder flexion with that right arm. So this is used to prevent rotator cuff problems. One more big breath in. And now exhale, warrior two again. Open up, reach through the fingertips dynamically. Notice an energy that moves from your left foot to your left hip, up to your right shoulder and out the right fingertips. There is a clean line of energy that moves diagonal over and across your body. Inhale here, big breath. And now exhale, relax. Let's allow our knees to bend, coming forward into a soft squat like chair pose, or stay in the chair, placing our hands down on the knees and thighs. Let's come forward, pulling the belly button forward between the thighs, pulling the ribs forward over the knees. Inhale, maybe straighten the arms so that we're able to prop up the heart and chest. Lifting the chin and opening the throat. Big smile here too. The more we smile through this, the more our body thinks we must be in agreement with this. If I'm smiling through it, then chances are my body is going to crave this movement again. Inhale into your chest. Big smile. Exhale, relax the spine. Pull the belly back. Round your shoulders. So the counter pose may feel counterintuitive. The counter pose is actually kind of a poor posture position, but it can serve a purpose in stretching over the backs of your kidneys, opening up those spots that can get tense under your shoulder blades and close to your ribs too. Breathe into that space behind your ribs, behind the heart. Feel the back broadening with your breath. One more inhale. And now exhale, relax. If you're standing, please take your time to step one foot back, and you're going to lift your other toe. If we are seated, you can simply take one foot forward in front of you and lift that toe. We're moving into a calf and Achilles tendon stretch, also stretching the muscles in the back of your legs. From wherever you are, inhale the arms up and overhead. Nice big breath in. Exhale, let's take those arms out to the side, only coming down with our body about a third of the way. Let's push our hips back as we come down, maybe just a third of the way. Low back strengthener and keeping that little arch in your upper back like we did in cow pose, upper back strengthener. From here, when you're ready, let those hands come down onto both thighs, supporting the spine. Inhale, lengthen the spine over that extended leg in front of you. On the next exhale, lower the belly down and hopefully getting that belly to press up against your thighs. If you're not feeling a belly press here, maybe make a fist with your hands and bring those hands into the stomach as you roll forward. We're adding in just a little bit of compression to this gut region. This is a technique used in yoga therapy called a belly press. We use this to encourage the gut to flush out cortisol, stress hormones. Cortisol can cause us to feel really tired and fatigued during the day. It can even affect our digestion if there's too much of it bathing over your organs. So we're trying to just flush it out. It's a spa treatment. Exhale. To safely come up, let's slowly walk the hands in. Switch out the feet. So you're either taking your other leg forward with the toe up, or from standing, you can step one foot back, switch out the legs, No matter where we are, we have a bend in one knee and the other leg is extended with our toes pulling up towards us. From this nice extension through that lengthened leg, let's inhale, reach the arms up, matching that extension with the upper body and spine. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, just a third of the way down. Fly those arms back and around, reach past your hips. Lower about a third of the way into your seated airplane or standing expression, feeling as if the shoulders press away from the ears towards the hips while the heart continues to lengthen over your knees. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to the thighs, coming forward for that belly press. Big sigh of relief. Option to use fist close to the gut and abdomen to maybe create just a little more sensation as we work on flushing those stress hormones out of your gut today. Remember to smile. Same face, all poses. Same face in every pose. Big inhale into your chest. Exhale from the gut. One more big breath. And then gut exhale. Let's slowly bring ourselves up to seated. Bringing the feet in, coming to any standing or seated position to work a little more on our upper body posture. Let's take our right hand, open the palm. Inhale, sweep it back and around, reach up, pause and reach a little more. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, big breath. Pause, reach. Exhale, down. Inhale, take it up, big breath. This time, hold it and pat yourself on the back. Let's fold the knuckles of the left hand in by the low back. And then inhale, taking those elbows and just sort of like flaring them out in opposite directions. It's the same type of movement we may see when we wake up with a yawn. It's a big type movement, stretching from your left hip up to the right armpit. One more breath in. Exhale, let's lower that right arm. Maybe put the right hand on your thigh or chair for support. Let's sweep that left arm back. Big inhale. Pause at the top of the breath. Push that left hip and left foot down into the floor. Exhale down. Inhale, open. Reach, press into the hip. Exhale down. Last one, inhale, reach. We're holding this one up, pushing down into the left hip. Let's pat ourselves on the back. Bring the right hand, knuckles to the low back, assuming that position of a yawn, pulling back with the elbows in opposite directions, feeling that that right elbow pulls over your right hip and the left elbow angles up towards the sky. Breathe deep into your heart and chest. And now exhale, relax it all. Let's come to center. Give your body a big hug. Right hand on top of the left shoulder. Left hand under the right armpit. Walk those fingers back, opening up the back of the heart. Opening up along the sides of the spine, all the way down to your middle back as well. When we sit for prolonged periods of time, not only do muscles get tight that goes straight down between the vertebra, but the muscles get tight that pull in as well. When you're ready, inhale, open your arms, open with the palms facing forward, like you're getting ready to give a big hug, big breath in. Exhale, switch out that embrace. Right hand under the left armpit. Left hand on top your right shoulder. Walk those fingertips back. open up the muscles that are on the sides of your spine and behind your heart. Inhale and receive the breath through the back of your body. Maybe even shift forward a little bit and round the spine. As you inhale, feel the breath encouraging just a little more openness in your back. When you're ready, bring it to center. Let's release the arms, shake out the shoulders and the hands. Bring both hands forward as if you're saying stop. Pull your left fingers back for a nice stretch through the wrist. Right hand forward. Left hand comes over and pulls those right fingers back for a nice wrist stretch. Take the palms up in front of you, higher than your shoulders. Make a fist and then release. Do that a few more times. You can lift those elbows up a little higher if that's comfortable. We're using this pumping action with the hands to encourage healthy circulation of blood and lymphatic fluid from the upper body, down the arms, out from the armpits. When you're ready, slowly let those hands come down beside you. Let's bow the head for a moment and just find the breath for this final minute together. Notice your breathing. Inhale down into the belly, all the way up to your heart. Pause for just a second, even a fraction of a moment, to clearly define those breaths. Exhale with a sigh. Inhaling from the belly to the ribs to the heart, pause. Exhale with a sigh. Just one more like that, rounding out our session today. Inhale, belly, ribs, heart. Lengthen the spine, open the throat, broaden out your chest like a proud bird. And then exhale. From here, we can close together in our tradition of hands at the heart, the seal of physical reverence. You're welcome to bow with me in closing. Namaste, everyone. Go enjoy your bright, beautiful summer day. I'll see you next week.